This is part two of why dating a borderline personality woman is hell. Part two. So I was just telling you one of the behaviors she had done to me, guys. I was in the shower, taking a shower. She's upstairs. She gets it in her head that I deleted her Gmail. She comes down in the shower screaming at the top of her lungs that I had deleted her Gmail. In one situation, I had my gun in the bathroom because I always keep it with me. I was keeping it with me all the time to keep it away from her children. I'd wear it, things like that, to keep it away from her children. In one fight, she comes down in the bathroom and takes my gun and goes up and hides it upstairs, guys. Dating a borderline woman is literally insanity, guys. Yes, there is pros. Borderline women, like I said, can be incredibly loving, incredibly sweet. And that love cycle, guys, they can be the best girlfriend in the world. But the problem is, these women will turn on you. A lot of these women have a co-occurring disorder of antisocial personality disorder. That was the case with the girl I just dated. She had antisocial personality disorder, which is one of the worst mental illnesses you can have. And then she had BPD and bipolar and severe anxiety, guys. This is a recipe for fucking disaster, guys. When I was trying to date her and love her and be a stepdad to her two kids. I was a stepdad to her two kids for about 8 months, guys. I was driving these kids all over the fucking place. I was doing all the appointments. I was taking my girlfriend to all her medical appointments. You'll soon find out that, you quickly become a caretaker for these mentally ill women, which really sucks. You want to be their boyfriend, not their caretaker. Like, for example, my girlfriend suffered from severe depression. So she would be in her bed almost all the time. She would never clean. I would have to do all the dishes. I would have to do all the cooking of the meals for her and the kids. I would have to do it all, guys. She would literally just kind of kick it in her bed all day. I guess she was depressed. She had a baby that was taken away from her by one of her baby daddies. She suffered from severe seizures. So I quickly became a boyfriend and a caretaker, guys. I would give her, emergency medication. Like one time she had a grand mal seizure. I had to give her Valtoco nasal spray up the nose. But, I ran into a hate cycle this week, guys, that completely devastated our relationship. You'll notice when you date a borderline woman, everything can be going great this week. Next week, you're being arrested for something you didn't even do. Next week, you're having a protection from abuse order. Like right now, I'm going through a breakup with my girlfriend. All morning, she's talking about how she's working with the police chief to get a restraining order against me. I actually expect the police to show up any minute with a restraining order. This is how fucked up these girls are. This is why I recommend to be extremely careful when dating these women. Here I am waiting for the fucking cops to show up with a restraining order, guys. I may even get it on video if they show up. I may even, make you guys laugh and show them at my fucking door. Just part of this video if they fucking show up, how crazy it is to date a borderline woman. So what happened this week, guys, is I was in the shower. She was mad for some reason that I had taken my phone in the bathroom. This can be linked to a fear of abandonment, guys. She thinks I'm texting other women in the bathroom. She thinks I'm calling people. Borderline women can also suffer from extreme paranoia. They can get delusional. They can go into psychosis. Like in this example, my girlfriend would go into psychosis. Every now and then she would go into psychosis. Like this week, she's probably been in psychosis. But this week was a slam dunk to ruin our relationship, guys. This week, we've had a lot of police interaction. So when I was in the shower, go upstairs with my phone. She's screaming at me, "Why'd you take your phone in the bathroom?" As if that's a big deal. Why the fuck can't I take my phone in the bathroom? She grabs my phone, smashes it against the fucking wall 7 fucking times to the point where she broke it. I left. I actually got so mad, guys, I almost sat on a pair of scissors. I chucked a pair of scissors at the wall, not towards her, at the wall. I was so angry they stuck in the wall. This is why you don't want to date these type of women. They push you over the fucking edge. I told the girl, if you don't give me my phone back, I'm going to call the police. I ended up going outside, calling the police. When the police chief showed up, I was 100% honest with him. I said I almost sat on a pair of scissors on the bed when we were fighting, and I chucked them at the wall. They stuck in the wall, and then I threw them in the closet. He told me if the scissors had hit her, that I would have been going to jail. Do you see how easy it is to get in trouble with these type of women? I could be in jail right now. If those scissors had bounced off that wall and hit her in the face and scratched her, I would be in fucking jail right now, probably charged with pretty bad crime, guys. He said the only reason why they didn't charge me with anything is because they stuck in the wall. And I threw them at the wall, not her. You know, like I said, I almost sat on the scissors during this fight, and I just lost my temper and chucked them at the wall. They stuck in the wall. So these women can drive you over the edge, guys. They can literally put you in jail, put you in prison, cause you to do things you would never do. Several murders have happened because men lose their temper. I mean, let's be honest. Men lose their fucking temper on these type of women. Especially if they have antisocial personality disorder. They're at greater risk to be harmed because they're so fucking hurtful and cutting in their words, and they push your fucking buttons constantly. Like in this case, she knows I hate restraining orders because, for one, they will take your weapon. If you have a restraining order, they will take your weapon. So that pisses me off because I'm a huge gun enthusiast. But I fully expect them to come here and put a restraining order on me and probably take away my weapon. You know, whatever. You know, you just have to roll with the punches, guys, and learn a lesson when you date these type of women. You just gotta exit stage left. Like in this case, I've cut ties with this girl. I can't do it anymore. So the police show up because she won't give me my phone. You know, I told the police, I threw the scissors at the wall. He said if they had hit her, I'd be going to jail, but they didn't hit her. She told the police officer she didn't know where my phone was, so I could literally do nothing about it. I didn't get it on video. There's no video. There's no witnesses. The only witness to the event was her daughter, which, of course, the daughter is going to take her side over mine. And then a most recent fight, guys, where I took her and the kids to a July 4th parade. We're at the July 4th parade, and we get stuck in a traffic jam on the way out, guys. She tells me in the car that the woman in front of me was talking about me. Do you see that's delusional paranoia? She tells me she wants me to cut this woman off, right? She wants me to cut this woman off. I told her if I cut the woman off, I was going to crash into her. I said, I'm not going to be rude like that. I said she'd already been cut off by several cars, and I'm not going to be one of the cars to be rude. Immediately, she flips the fuck out in the car right in front of the children, guys, screaming at the top of her lungs, calling me names, putting me down, saying extremely hurtful things. This is why it's hard to date these type of women, guys. When these women make you so angry that you want to fucking smack them in the face, please go for a walk. Because if you stay in the situation, you will smack them in the face. They will push you over the fucking edge, guys. I'm serious. They will push you over the fucking edge. You could commit a murder, and you don't want to do that. You never would want to kill somebody. But you could commit a murder in crisis, guys. That's why it's so important to get the fuck away from these women. Because they will push you over the fucking edge. And I'm not joking, guys. Several women have been killed because they had borderline. They had untreated borderline, and they were murdered by their partner because of borderline personality disorder. Especially the antisocial ones. They're extremely rude. They say cutting, hurtful words that can actually push a man to kill. That's why it's so important to use your fucking coping skills. You need to tell yourself in the moment, this bitch is mentally ill. So I cannot do anything to her. I'm not going to hit her. I'm not going to slap her. I'm not going to kill her. I'm not going to beat her up. Like, for example, one of my ex-girlfriends, she was severely beaten by a boyfriend. He threw her down the stairs. He kicked her in the head. He dislocated her shoulders. This is happening because the boyfriend is not understanding the mental illness. When you have a borderline partner, they're going to cycle back and forth between love and hate cycles, which means everything's fine this week. You're having fucking doggy style sex, enjoying your life. Next week, you're in handcuffs because she told the cops you put a gun to her head, and it's a false accusation. Now you're sitting in a fucking jail cell for a false accusation. These women will fucking turn on you, guys. I'm warning you, especially the ones with antisocial personality. They will fucking turn on you. So be extremely fucking careful, guys. Be extremely careful. We'll probably have a part 3 to this video, you know, about all the symptoms of BPD. You know, fears of abandonment are probably the driving force to all her behavior. She's scared I'm going to break up with her or talk to other women, which this week we did break up. But anyway, guys, it's just insanity dating these type of women. Yes, they have pros. Yes, they can be extremely caring, extremely sweet. They can be good listeners. They can be good friends. But the problem is that cycle, guys, that love-hate cycle. Once they hit that hate cycle, they're going to fuck your life up. So tread lightly, my friends. I'm going to put a Amazon shirt that I designed in the comment section so you could buy a shirt if you want to support this channel. Until next time, guys, if you have any comments about your BPD relationship, please leave it in the comments. Any questions for me, leave it in the comments, guys. Appreciate you guys. I've been studying borderline for a couple years now. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. But I've been studying borderline for several years. And I've dated several women with this mental illness. So I've had hands-on experience with the mental illness, guys. You got to be proactive. You got to be one step ahead of these women because they will throw you under the bus. So you got to be one step ahead of them. Keep a camera with you in case you need to record an event. You know, she starts flipping out. Why not record it to protect yourself so that she can't say you did something? You could get cameras in your house so that it's always recording. So if she blows up, it's on camera. Really, you know, that's how bad it is with this mental illness, guys. You really want to have stuff on camera because, you know, that's how crazy they are. Like in my house, I have cameras all over my house because I wanted to make sure that if anything happened while she was visiting me, it was on camera, guys. You gotta protect yourself. Anyway, hopefully they don't come with a restraining order. I wouldn't be fucking surprised if they did. That's what happens when you date borderline women, especially the antisocial ones. They will fuck you over, guys. Don't forget to grab a shirt in the comment section, guys. My personally designed shirt. I'm an Amazon shirt designer. Support this channel. Grab a shirt. Share it with a fellow family member. Maybe get mom a shirt. Until next time, guys, you can like this video, like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Steve-O signing out.